You are capable of winning races, but you can't do it alone. It's time to elevate your game to the next level with RMR Driving Academy. Richard Murtaugh is the longest-running setup builder on iRacing with nearly a decade of experience. With a combined 13,000 rating across 2 accounts, Murtaugh has helped more than 20 drivers advance to the World of Outlaws Pro Series. Log on to rmrdrivingacademy.com or find them on Facebook and Instagram.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, good Wednesday evening, everybody. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network and live coverage of the Midwest Truck Series. We got a doozy for you tonight. Classic Atlanta Motor Speedway. Before the repave, before the newest version. This is the version that we kind of all grew up with. After they made it a quad oval instead of a true oval, and I'm old enough to remember the true oval. But this is the first version after the true oval where they brought that double dog leg onto the front stretch. This track has minimal grip. It is big, it is wide, it is fast. And these guys got 75 laps to kick it around here. Hello, Barbara, and hello, Charles. YouTubers and Twitchers already in the chat. Fantastic. A little bit of a special event tonight. Sean McLaughlin, we were trying to give Barb a little camera time on the 77, and the 77 decided he needed a new right rear real quick. Because, boy, did he lose the back of that truck, middle of turn 2. But we are going to honor a viewer and one of our racers, their father. She is going to go in tomorrow for some surgery. So, little honorary grand marshal tonight. We'll have a special parade lap. Going to be a good time. To all of you out there, do not be afraid to say hi in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. If you got a favorite driver, shout them out. Like, share, and follow on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube, Twitch, and Trovo. We are trying to decide if we want to get on Kick. I just have some reservations. We don't gamble. Well, I mean, we we do, but we don't gamble for anything serious here. We give away, T-shirts or something like that, but we don't gamble here. So I'm still researching it. We're trying to decide. Want to let everybody know that next week we will start a little bit heavier coverage. We may or may not be here for Sunday. That's all going to be weather determined for the Midwest Pro Late Model Series. But Monday night's a special event for the Dirt Slingers Racing League. It's their 2025 and their 8th annual King of the Wing. It will be an all sprint car event. Both shows on Monday night. Points for both the 360 and the 410 series, but special points for those two only on the Monday night show, where the King of the Wing will be crowned. Then Tuesday night, ERA is off as something is going on, and one of the admins cannot be around, so that series is taken off. We may see if the guys do any kind of fun run or something. We may jump on and try to stream that bad boy and have some fun with it. And then back with these boys on Wednesday night. And next Thursday night, the triumphant return of the Netcode Esports Mighty Midget Series as they come back for their 2025 B season and defending champion, Kiwi conqueror Craig Silby, still sporting the DSSN, DSRL, DRN colors on his machine. We hope that he's still sporting those. We haven't talked to him about it, but we're pretty sure that he's going to. 458840. Is that a zip code, Drew? It makes sense as a zip code. Otherwise, that number makes no sense to me. But yeah, go Tony Martin. That is who we're going to watch. He's going to go to the front of the field and leave his slot open in the parade lap this evening. Pretty cool when a group of racers find something out and immediately take action and do something to lift somebody up, honor somebody, something of that nature, and they all come together for it. Every single one of them come together for it. There's no reservations from anybody about doing it, and that is just pretty cool. Had a feeling I'm a pretty good guesser. Next week or two, we'll try to find out how the team points are going, because these drivers have divided themselves up into teams in this series. There's 4 or 5 guys on a team. I see 4 almost in every one of the channels, I guess, so it's probably a 4-man team. And they're doing team points as well as the individual points for championships. So we think that's a pretty neat deal. So we'll try to find out where everybody sits. You got 28 guys in here tonight. Trevor Hakes in the 23. Right now at the bottom of the list, but I do like that Texas Roadhouse truck. So Rob is getting to watch this evening. There's your defending champ right there, the 24. I hadn't seen him make a lap, and now all of a sudden he's 4th quick. Jay Church in the house. Good deal, good deal, good deal. Fantastic. Thank you, Drew. Tony, tell him what they're doing tonight, Drew. We're just waiting for this last minute and 22 seconds to run off so these boys can qualify. Once they're done qualifying, we will line them up for 75 laps. They have already had their driver's meeting, so this show will move right on along. Well, hello, Randy. Hello, Bill. Here comes the gang. Oh! Well, then it's not really going to be a big surprise. I actually was hoping they told him before so that he would, if he could tune in, he would tune in to watch. I have very little details, Drew. I am just going off of what I gleaned from the driver's meeting and what I was told via a couple of chats that this was going to happen and what it was for. So I'm trying just to get by with what I got. Jane in the house as well. Man, the whole crew is here. All the victory Vinnies. The only thing I don't see, I don't see Mindy right now, but I bet she probably went outside the house just in case something bad were to happen, so she didn't have to hear it. I got you, buddy. I got you. Good deal. Well, before all this gets started and I don't get a very good chance, thoughts and prayers, best of luck. Speedy recovery. You can't be gone for too long, my friend. You can't be gone too long at all. We love all of our viewers. All right, qualifying about to commence right here. We're going to watch a handful. We're not going to get to watch all 28 of them. My goodness. I wish they would do like single file every once in a while, or, one car qualifying every once in a while, but it's really difficult to do. And it takes a long time. Sean McLaughlin will be the first to roll. And guys, I'm sorry about the fog. I don't know who turned the fog machine on in Atlanta today, but whoever it is, they need a swift kick in the hind parts. That's all I can say. It is going to make it difficult to see if we get the camera very far away today. First time by. Sean McLaughlin now officially on the time clock, and he is the first driver. Kevin Spaulding will be the second to get onto the time clock. We'll flick off of McLaughlin after lap 1. We'll go over here. We'll try to take a peek at last week's winner if we can. And I mean if we can, by can we see through the fog. We were hoping this would lift, and maybe it will by race time. McLaughlin first time by 30.75, and we know they were 30.35 in practice. Spaulding 30.75. McLaughlin was the same. They are thousandths of a second apart. Here comes Adam Vinny, going to complete his lap. Where will he move to? He's got to go better than 30.64. He's 30.66, so just a tick off of Bigelow. McLaughlin went quick on his second lap and immediately got bumped by the 83 of Stephen Pearson at 30.42. That's pretty quick. Going to go fine, and I'm looking for where is the 24. There he is. Corey Blevins is almost done with his second lap already. Pearson's 30.42, almost a tenth quicker than McLaughlin. Second time around for Blevins, 30.68 on lap 1. Lap 2, 30.46. He just barely misses the pole. Brandon Bowmaker just now rolling out the 6 truck. A very classy Valvoline paint scheme this week on that truck. So Pearson, Blevins, McLaughlin, Spaulding, and Vinny are the top 5 right now. This is looking for the 22. I know he's out here somewhere. Yeah, that's going to take some efforting there, fellas. Let's see what I can do. First time by for Bowmaker, 15th quick. I'm sorry if you guys have to hear this. First, I try to do that as quickly as possible. They want me to get the link for the broadcast up in their Discord. So I'm doing that right there. It is up. 24 of our 28 have taken time. Bowmaker goes to the top at 30.39 seconds. Only truck under the 30.4 mark. But still, Pfeffer, Vining, McDonald, and Williams have not qualified, and I think this session's got to be getting close to its end. So it looks like the 6 of Bowmaker and the 83 of Pearson right now are going to make up our front row. Tony Martin is 10th quick. So we are just waiting for this session to come to an end or for somebody else to roll out. And I am going to turn the level of our trucks up a little so we can hear them just a little bit. If it gets too loud, I'll turn them back down, but I could barely hear them in the chat. So, qualifying to an end, that does put Brandon Bowmaker as your quick qualifier for the evening. We will get ready to jump down here and look at the starting grid. It'll be the 6 of Bowmaker and the 83 of Pearson on the front row. Then Corey Blevins in the 24, your defending series champion. Row 2 to the inside. Mike Forstner, the 4 car will be, or the 4 truck, excuse me, will be his partner in that row on the outside. 77 of Sean McLaughlin, row 3 to the inside next to Todd Kyer in the 08. That's that Haviland machine you see there. 25 of Kevin Spaulding on the inside of the 4th row, and he's got the Lumberdude Limousine, the 11 of Adam Vinny on his outside. Brock Bigelow in the 27, inside row number 5. And then the 22 of Tony Martin. And once they roll off that 22 truck, we'll make a beeline for the front. They will leave that slot open to honor Mr. Martin this evening. 75, Austin Householder, row 6 on the inside, and Coy Callis in the 2 will start to the right of him. Nick Lamb in the 67. He makes up the inside of row number 7 next to Paul Escobar in the 91. In our 8th row is the 32 of Noah Abbott inside, the 79 of Russell Harold on the out. Marcus De La Garza, 99 truck. He has inside starting duties in row number 9 next to the 72 of Hugh Escobar.
Right, light you back on the pace car. We're not going
Ryan Kemba, the 204 truck, and Michael Everett in the 8 make up row 10. And then Paul Bohannick in the 3 and Chris Emerson in the 42 making up row number 11. Our 12th row, that's going to be Frank Chavez, the 123, and Trevor Hakes in the 23. Row 12 is the 38 of Tim McDonald next to the 16 of Mike Vining, and then Christopher Williams in the 26 and Paul Pfeffer in the 15 on our final row. So now we're going to go out wide. We're going to put the 22 out front. We're going to leave that 10th starting position open. And we will go silent for 1 pace lap. All right, we'll put the 22 truck back on the outside of row number 5. Godspeed to you, Mr. Martin. Have a good surgery. Doctors get everything done that is needed, and then get you back into recovery, get you back watching. Cheering on the 22 car. All right.
back on the pace.
One more pace lap.
We are not going green.
And we will get ready to go green the next time we come by Bowmaker and Pearson at the front of this one. There's Mr. Beards. All right, we'll wait for him to come around and come out of turn number 4. Hopefully this fog will start to lift a little bit. Maybe with the trucks going fast and round and round and round, it'll push the fog away. You never know. Guy can dream, can he? I had forgotten how poor the cameras are for some of these legacy tracks. All right, 75 laps, and it is time to drop the green flag. You know, the last time we were at an Atlanta Motor Speedway in this series with these trucks, It was a fuel mileage race. And Austin Householder pulled off what has to be considered upset of the year by staying out and running that thing dry to get to the checks. With the green flag out over the field, 28 drivers taking it. Bowmaker the first to see it. And they will head down into 1 and 2, almost side by side. Pearson way out wide. He's going to start dropping back. He'll fall to third. He's probably going to fall to fourth because McLaughlin is going to work alongside. Kevin Spaulding sitting there in fifth. They're still too wide. Looks like a parade lap. We just swapped a couple of trucks around. And, you know, Blevins kind of had last time. He had it in his hands, and a problem on pit road cost him a chance to win the race. I don't know if he sped going in or if they had an extended stop for something happening during a pit stop. I just remember he was giving them all they wanted out front, and I think he ended up just barely inside the top 10, if I remember correctly. So Bowmaker, Blevins, McLaughlin, Pearson, Vinny, Spaulding, Bigelow, Forstner, Martin, and Householder. And there's that guy right there in the 75. He won the last time we were on an Atlanta track. It was the new version. But he's hanging around here in this top 10. They're only going to have to make one stop. You can get about 47 laps. Tires start to get a whole lot sketchy by then, but you can do it. Go up front. They are single file pretty much all the way through this top 15, 20 trucks right here. There's a little bit of a gap. Oh, and it starts right there at about Kamba and Everett, and then they drop back. There's somebody slow on the infield right there. Mike Vining. Problems for the 16 truck. He was saying he was having graphics problems last night. So we tried to give him some assistance, and I thought we might have had it fixed for him. Hello, Miss Mindy. I was wondering where you were. I thought maybe you ran outside to get away from any potential screaming and yelling. Saw a move back here around Mike Forstner. I thought it was he that ducked out. It could have been Tony Martin behind him. Went from the high side to the inside of the track almost. Looks like they're going to get it pretty well settled out again here. A couple of trucks behind coming. Todd Kyer on the high side made a move. He's got help behind. Noah Abbott right in the middle of that bunch. I'm not sure how to respond to that, Mindy. I really ain't. Here we go. Battle for the lead. Blevins pulls down to the inside. Entering turn 3, and he will skate right by Bowmaker. Put the 24 out front. Bowmaker going to cross him over across the dogleg. And they'll stay side by side into 1 and 2. McLaughlin's still right there lurking. These two stay side by side very long. They'll have a third guy in there battling. He'll get into that big open air hole right there, and he will pull right up on these guys. Yeah, I don't really know how to respond to that. I guess we need to find a set of earphones and figure out how to get them to you, some noise cancelers or something. Pearson is still fourth. Spaulding is still fifth. So McLaughlin, Pearson, and Spaulding, all teammates, and they're all running in the top 5. That's a good points night for those teams. Brock Bigelow in the 6th spot. Adam Vinny started 8th. He's moved up 1. He's in 7th. Forstner, Martin, and Householder still the top 10. Then Nick Lamb now has moved that 67 truck into 11th. Escobar, Kyer, Abbott, De La Garza, Kamba, and then Coy Callis in the 2, and he's got a challenge from the 8 of Michael Everett. And Everett rolls right on by and takes over the 17th position. Watching back here, this is a lap truck, and he's got some company back there. He and Mr. Hakes, that's Mike Vining, in the 16, and Trevor Hakes. Man, some of these cameras just do not have microphones that are worth a flip on them. Top 3, still pretty much locked in step right there. Nice, easy, leisurely cruise. Still several laps away, probably 25 or more laps away from pit stops. Oh, big slide out of the 77. He did a good job of grabbing that back up underneath him. Trucks behind him were already starting to take evasive action. Bigelow's going to take advantage of that. He is going to pull out and try to get around Steven Pearson. He's already around Spalding. Here comes Adam Vinny right in the middle of that mix. He's going to pull up to 5th. Pretty wide on the exit of 2, and I think he had to roll off the throttle because the truck got super tight right there. He crossed into the wake on the 83 truck, lost the nose of that 11, and that allowed Bigelow to get right back to him. See if the drone cam can keep up with these boys. We're rolling roughly 172 miles an hour as they enter turn 1. Vinny likes to get up there a little. Whoa, Steven Pearson does exactly what Bowmaker did. Drives it up there in the middle of the straightaway and nicked the fence. Now Adam Vinny trying to run the Kyle Larson line. You can do that. You got to be pretty steady with your right foot to get through the center of the corner, but you can run up there. He is going to make that pass on the exit of turn 2 around the high side of Steven Pearson. He's up to 4th. Pearson also going to lose a spot to Bigelow. I think Bigelow sees what Vinny's doing, and what he's trying to do is run that entry line and then get the truck to settle and cut down. And give himself a little run down the hill. Right there, he's trying to let it plant and turn it left. Not really gaining anymore on Adam Vinny, but Adam Vinny has reeled in Brandon Bowmaker, and I bet he tries to make quick work of him there. If Bowmaker's been watching the mirror at all, he knows that Vinny's running on the high side. Sean McLaughlin giving chase, but he's behind by about 5 truck lengths. Now Vinny moves to the high side. He's right there, right even with, and the momentum may get him clear. I don't think Bigelow is close enough to do the same, and we'll probably see Bowmaker try to run that line because the 11 is the fastest truck on the track. He is the only truck that is at 32 flat or faster right now. We're at 32.02 that lap. Leaders, 32.15 and 32.30. Now Vinny will pull to the inside of Sean McLaughlin for second. Gets off the high line. He made that look awfully easy, and Corey Blevins has now got a mirror full of that black and yellow number 11. We are only starting lap number 19. And we're looking to have our third leader of the race. It depends on what Vinny does. out of 2 right here. Blevins shut the door. Vinny just crosses right underneath him. Pulls to the inside, going into 3 and 4. This may be a little tougher pass, because Blevins is not one to just roll over and let you go. And now Blevins is going to cover the high line. Vinny will not have an advantage there. Down the backstretch. We're doing a whole lot of lane changing. Good battle at the front. They're bringing trucks back into it. Bigelow is now in the mix. Bowmaker has made his way back into this. Now, I mean, he's got the high side to himself. "21 laps about to be completed." Now Vinny drives it deep into turns 1 and 2. He's going to slide job him up the hill, right across the nose. Put the 11 in front for the time being. I don't know if Blevins is going to have a run at him or not. I think we're about to see our new leader at the end of lap number 22. It's going to be the 11 of Adam Vinny, third leader for the evening. Bowmaker pulled out and got side by side with Bigelow back here for 4th place. 6 truck faded, and now looks like it's coming back just a little bit. Oh, a little contact there. That slowed Bigelow up a little bit, and it opened the door. 6 truck. Bowmaker got by another 4 of Mike Forstner. Trying right there. There's Tony Martin. All of a sudden, Martin making a late charge through the field. Getting close to the end of this run. Probably about 12 to 14 laps. And Adam Vinny out to the front. He's starting to open the gap. He's out 4/10. That high line is working for the 11. Blevins, McLaughlin, now Forstner and Bowmaker side by side for 5th. Brock Bigelow is right there, and he doesn't want to become the meat in the sandwich. He's not going to stick his nose in the middle of this thing. Nick Lamb was 15th a little while ago. Now he's up here in 8th place. He's closed in. Kevin Spaulding is still on this group. Stephen Pearson. Lap down, he's already made it to pit road. Adam Vinny, though, through the field and now starting to get way out in front of these guys. Truck coming off, that is the 2 of Coy Callis coming off pit roads down the backstretch. He will merge out right in front of our leaders. He'll have fresh tires, so if he can get up to speed, he should stay in front of Adam Vinny right here. I said he should. I didn't say he would. Well, nick of the fence, and he will go a 2nd lap down. Callis alongside, trying to get one of his 2 laps back. Fresher tires should prevail here. Shouldn't be an issue at all. And he is starting to open that gap up. He starts to pull away. The gap's still 0.7 of a second, first to second. And it's about 0.8 from second to third right now. That's Sean McLaughlin and Bigelow and Bowmaker still pretty much nose to tail right there, 4 and 5. Tony Martin up to 6th. Forstner is 7th. Spalding is 8th, and he's looking to the high side. Then Nick Lamb and Noah Abbott, the top 10 right now. About a half a dozen trucks have been to pit road at least one time. Adam Vinny really starting to open this thing up. He's out to almost 0.9 of a second now. Probably within 7 to 10 laps of pit stops. Green flag pit stops are a game changer, right? I don't care what track you go to. I don't really care what car you race. Only place it can really not be a big deal is maybe a Daytona or a Talladega, where you can get back in a pack and recover from even a second or two of a long stop. But place like this, a mistake getting on, a mistake getting off, they lag in the pits for even a second, and your race is pretty much done. This has got a big green feel to it right now. I don't think we're going to see a caution. If we do, it's going to be within the next 10 laps, because somebody's going to pop a tire or somebody's going to lose control of the truck on old tires and smack the fence. We get through pit stops, we're probably green and clean to the end, and that'll come down to that pit stop. All you got to do is make one. And this isn't like the new Atlanta, where you have to enter on the backstretch and then swing your way around. You come in right off of turn number 4. Getting the truck slowed down, getting down off of that banking onto that flatter transition. So many things can happen that are just not good. McLaughlin and Bigelow now, as we close in on pit stops, are starting to go at each other, and Bigelow's going to get the best of this. Well, I said that, and then McLaughlin got a great run around the high side. Three wide behind it. Tony Martin stuck his nose in the middle between a lap car, that's Stephen Pearson in the 83, and he just pulled up in front of Brandon Bowmaker. But he had the bottom. Bowmaker had the top, and Tony Martin tried to split the difference. It's going to cost him because he had to back off, and that puts Mike Forstner right in there beside him. I want to try to stay close to the front. Corey Blevins now almost 2 seconds back of Adam Vinny. We are not far from pit stops. We can't be more than about 4 to 6 laps from pit stops. It is 1.9 seconds from first to second. It's about another 0.9 of a second from second to third, and it is just about 3 car lengths back to fourth place as some of the lap trucks on fresh tires are making their way around all of these guys up front. And doing a very good job getting it done very cleanly, I must add. And Adam Vinny will be the first of the leaders to head to pit road. We'll follow his pit stop. Looks like he got down onto pit road pretty smoothly. Don't know if he lost any time or not. Comes to a halt in his pit box. Right side tires. That seemed a little slow, but maybe not terrible. And he is going to get out here. He is going to have to run 39 laps this go round. But he had over 2 seconds on these guys. So he'll come out. Corey Blevins, likely to be the next guy to hit pit road. He has broken it up to exactly halfway. Well, it looks like he is going to stay out for a couple of more laps. Bigelow, McLaughlin, Lamb is fourth, and Forstner is fifth. Tony Martin sixth. Spalding, Bowmaker headed to pit road. Let's follow Brandon Bowmaker down pit road. The 15 truck is already in there as well. That's Paul Pfeffer. Keeping my eye on Blevins. I'm watching for his speed to start to drop, like he is going to head to pit road, and he is not doing it this time by. Adam Vinny cycled out in 15th, but he stayed on the lead lap. All right, now we'll watch the leaders. It could happen this lap. Blevins doesn't go to the high side, and he does not. This is a clear signal he is coming in. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe he's just going to run the bottom. Man, I thought for sure when he dropped to the bottom. Nope, he's coming in. Boy, is he going to get that truck woed down. That was super close. Bigelow followed him in. So McLaughlin takes over the lead. He is going around. He's getting into turns 3 and 4 here. And he is going to head for pit road. No, there's what I was talking about right there. He waited too long, and he tried to lock it up to get onto pit road. And that didn't work out for him either. So Sean McLaughlin with a huge mistake puts himself pretty much out of this one. He's got to be the first truck a lap down and catch a caution. And it's got to happen pretty soon. Here comes your leader, Nick Lamb, as he heads for pit road. Some of these guys really stretching. You can get 47, but, man, I'll tell you what, there ain't much tread left on the tires right now. So 2-3 more laps. Steve Pearson is in second place right now. He's ahead of Adam Vinny, at least for the moment. He's going to probably have to pit. I think he broke this into 25-lap runs. I think if you're going to do that, you got to go super hard every single lap of your 25. Truck kind of off the pace. That is the 123 of Chavez. No, maybe the 23 of Trevor Hakes. Tony Martin to his pits from the lead. That puts Steven Pearson. And Pearson is only about 4 or 5 seconds ahead of Adam Vinny. There goes Pearson. And there goes Vinny. So you can see the difference. Corey Blevins. He's about 7 seconds back of Adam Vinny. Brandon Bowmaker. About another, let's call it second and a quarter behind Corey Blevins. So once Pearson pulls off, probably in about the next 5 or 6 laps here, he's got this divvied up into 2 stops. And then Adam Vinny will cycle back to the lead. You got that special beard balm going? So 45 in the books. We've got 30 remaining. Stephen Pearson. 1.1 seconds. I'll tell you what, if we zoom back a little, there goes Adam Vinny right there. He has the next truck behind the leader. And he's clipping off laps about 3/4 of a second faster than the truck in front of him. And now he is getting to the bumper. Sean McLaughlin is right there. And McLaughlin is 2 laps down after his pit road fiasco. Pass for the lead right after the start-finish line, and Vinny will sail past Pearson. 26 of Christopher Williams now goes past Pearson as well, but he is 17th in the running order. So Adam Vinny with about 4.5 seconds over Corey Blevins. Once the 83 truck gets to about lap 50, he's probably going to pit again. He was banking on a 25 run. Everybody else is trying to go 37, 38, 40 and try to get it on one stop. There goes McLaughlin. McLaughlin is going to look to get a lap back. That'll put him a 1 lap down. Adam Vinny on cruise control. Won last week at Lime Rock. He and that 77 truck had a heck of a battle the last about 7 or 8 laps. Corey Blevins just about a straightaway, the back straightaway, behind the leader, which equates to about, well, what it looks like is about 3.3 seconds right now. That gap is closing. Oh, yeah, he's about 3/4 of a second faster. Wow. And they're almost, well, I guess he's on a little fresher tires. I forgot the difference in, it was about 7 laps, the difference. But Vinny is staying out front. Blevins is second. Pearson is hanging on in third. He's going to be pitting before too long. We're down to 25 to go. I got to imagine within the next 5 laps, he is going to hit pit road, and he will fall out of that top 3. Bowmaker in the 6 truck. And, man, he was really, really close to the back end of Bohanic right there, getting into that corner, and I think it tightened the truck up on entry. But he just goes to the high side, cruises around, and makes the pass. He still runs 4th. Bigelow is 5th. Forstner is still 6th. And Spalding, Lamb, Abbott. And that's a pretty big gap from Nick Lamb to Noah Abbott in 9th. And then Austin Householder just lightly behind in the 10th spot. There's Tony Martin in 11th. Going back to the front. Adam Vinny, 2 3/4 seconds. So the gap is closing. .23 laps to go, 2.5 seconds. We're going to have to go over to our Twitch and do some searching around for some things. 2.3 seconds to gap now. Vinny still out in front. Trying to look at some stats there just to see. It looks like the onslaught kind of slowing down for Blevins now. It's back to about the 2 seconds it was when Adam Vinny ducked off to go to pit road. Blevins chose to stay out for another 5 or 6 laps after that. We're going to be down to 20 to go. This thing is zooming by. Literally zooming by. You can see Blevins back there, the white truck. He is 2 seconds back. Bowmaker is 5 seconds behind that. He's just getting into 3 and 4 there. Bigelow just a tick behind him, and then Nick Lamb is starting to close in on those two. That's your top 5 right now. 15 trucks still in the lead lap, and right now it is the 08 of Todd Kyer, the Haviland machine, still on the lead lap. Chavez, Harold. Actually, Kyer is a lap down. I'm sorry about that. The last of the trucks on the lead lap. They are so close to the leader right here that every time it flicks over, it takes a second for Adam Vinny's lap to catch up. These guys are already almost finishing that lap. Timing and scoring just a teeny tiny bit behind. There comes the 2 of Coy Callis. He's got a lot fresher tires than all these guys. Vinny and Blevins are maintaining about 2 seconds. Blevins now has a truck right in front of him. That is the 23 of Trevor Hakes. Hakes has been to pit road. He's got fresher tires. Stephen Pearson now has been on and off pit road. And he is a full lap down. He is back in the 18th position. So 13 trucks officially on the lead lap. The last of those, the 42, Chris Emerson. And he's not that far in front of Adam Vinny. We're coming around. It's going to be 16 laps to go, and it's out to 2.1 seconds now as Blevins starting to slow down. He lost a 10th the last lap. (32.3), 32.4 for your 2 leaders. Going to be 15 to go. 60 laps already in the book. It went by so quickly. Is everybody at home keeping score? Adam Vinny started 8th. He charged to the front about, 20 or 22 laps into this thing. Opened up a 2-second gap. Pitted about 35 laps into this. He's out here trying to make 15 more laps, which would be about 5 more than he made on the first run. Trying to pick up back-to-back wins, but now Blevins is starting to turn things up. He was about 2/10 faster the last time we came around on the stopwatch. He has gone all the way out there. He's on the Dale Earnhardt Jr. line now. About a half a car width off of the fence. That time it looked like he might have nicked the fence getting into the corner. He was running in 1 and 2 a lot wider than anybody else has all night long. And now he's going to pull it down a lane. The gap will hold at 1.7. We're coming around. It's going to be 12 to go this time. Blevins is just a smidgen quicker each lap. Half a tenth here, 0.06 there. This time around, they were almost identical. A 65 for the leader, 63 for Blevins. Nick Lamb a full straightaway behind in third. He is 6 seconds behind the leader. He's about 4.2 seconds behind Corey Blevins. As we are down to 11 laps remaining. A lot of trucks in front of your leader. 2 right here. There's another one just coming off the corner. There's 2 more just coming off the corner. He just has to navigate the traffic. He's going to get the 15 truck up the hill. Right in front of him. It'll take some air from him. Ten to go that time by. It's 1 3/4 seconds, so it opened up a little bit. About a tenth of the last lap. And that was evident on the stopwatch. Now, Vinny has gotten around all of the traffic in front of him. Here comes Hugh Escobar in the 72. He's on fresh tires. Escobar a couple of laps off the pace right now. Now Blevins slowed a little bit by lap traffic. He's lost another tenth. He almost lost 2 tenths. Working on Todd Kyer. Blevins will clear him. Having to go to the bottom may have cost him a little extra time. Vinny ran 32.68. Blevins ran 32.66. But the gap looks like it opened up a little bit. Nick Lamb going to run out of time, but he is faster than both the leaders by 1.5 tenths, and he has been for about 3 straight laps. 7 to go. Around Michael Everett. Trying to pull a little draft off the 8 truck, it looks like. Must be getting close on fuel. We're trying to do a little drafting. We're down to just 12 trucks on the lead lap. Austin Householder, the last of those, and he is running about 23 seconds off the lead. Last time around, 33.31 to a 32.80 was a 1/2 second. Blevins picked up. We're coming around to the wave lap. Can Corey Blevins close 1.7 seconds? Leader getting into 1, and Blevins is right there. About a 1/2 tenth quicker the last time we hit the stopwatch. Adam Vinny in behind traffic. Four to go. Haven't seen him pull in behind another truck. He hasn't had one to pull behind, but he hasn't come down off the top either. If he was trying to save fuel, he'd have to be running the inside to save as much as possible. Looking to see who was where on the track right now, because there's a lap truck that's a little ways in front. I don't think he's going to become a factor as we're down to 3 to go. Adam Vinny on cruise control. It's 1.97 that time out of 2. 32.59 to 32.84. Blevins got caught up with a little bit of traffic. 2 to go this time. Gap remains the same, 1.9. Nick Lamb hasn't really closed things up. He's kind of equaled out, and he's running the same lap times as your leaders. Adam Vinny, this time out of turn 4, the white flag. One more time around the Atlanta Motor Speedway, and Adam Vinny looks like he is going to go back to back. Winning on road courses, now winning on speedways. We'll see what he can do when we get to the short track. The Lumberdoodle Limousine coming out of turn 4. He'll win it at Atlanta tonight. Midwest Truck Series. Back-to-back for the 11. Corey Blevins will come in second. And Nick Lamb, your third place finisher, about 3 3/4 seconds off the lead. Bigelow is fourth, and Forstner will round out our top 5. Yes, waiting for the last of them to make their way around so we can get our official results. Bowmaker 6th, Spalding 7th, Martin 8th. 9th was Abbott, De La Garza in 10th. Kama 11th. Householder 13th. Pearson, Householder was 12th. Pearson was 13th. Williams 14th. Kyer was 15th. 16th was Emerson. Harold in 17th. Chavez 18th. Escobar 19th. 20th was McLaughlin, Pfeffer in 21st, Escobar 22nd, Hakes 23rd, Bohonic 24th, Everett 25th, 26th was McDonald, 27th Callis, and Mike Vining in 28th rounded out the field. Do we have a little better look? Yeah, that's a little better look. I like that. Let's get ready to talk to a couple of our drivers. There's Nick Lamb. He's already made his way in. I know Adam Vinny's up here somewhere. I just don't know where. I haven't seen him in a sec. Yeah, he's way up there. We got to move him multiple times to get him where I want him. So, and then Corey Blevin, I saw him in one of these little rooms somewhere. Oh, wait, there's his name. Where's his name? There it is, right there. So we'll get him down here as well. And then we'll get ready to start our interviews. And we're going to start with a driver that comes home in third. He drives a 67 truck, Nick Lamb. It was a long one, but you guys made it look short.
Well, for sure. There was a lot of green flag running there.
Flag to flag, you guys go green. I mean, and we know pit stops is the great equalizer, but you know, you held position pretty well. Actually gained some spots there because you were about 6th or 7th when everybody started pit cycles. You kind of came out in 3rd or 4th, and you just held it right there the rest of the way.
Yeah, I was really utilizing the bottom there in the beginning. I was trying to save my tires, trying to work my way up front. As soon as I got up to 4th, it got a lot harder to pass those guys up there.
Yeah, it seemed like everybody kind of did a one-stop strategy, and I'm sure hanging on to it at the last 5-10 laps of that was not a whole lot of fun because this track don't have a lot of grip, and those tires go away fast.
Oh, yeah. The bottom wasn't working anymore. I had to go and run the high side, running the Dale Earnhardt and Kyle Larson line up there and run the outside line.
Well, an awesome run, man. You're going to come home third. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you go celebrate with your teammates.
All right, I'd like to thank out people at Lamb's Motorsports, people from Muck Sticky and Seed Squatch. Go check out their song together called You Can Change.
All right, man. Congrats on the run. We'll look forward to seeing you back here next week.
Thank you. Thank you for broadcasting.
You betcha. Nick Lamb finishing in third, and now we'll move on. I thought he might have changed things up with his pit strategy because he ran an extra 4 or 5 laps, but Corey Blevins, that did not pan out the way I thought and maybe the way you thought it was going to.
I thought I had a shot at him. I knew he was quicker, regardless. So, you know, I thought he kind of pitted a little early, just especially with the tire fall off. But I was just staying out as long as I could because I wanted the least amount of laps on that last run on tires for sure.
Yeah, this place has very limited grip as it is, as old as this track is, and it eats tires like no other. I think the only place it eats tires worse is probably Darlington. So those last few laps of each run, this thing's a handful out here.
Yeah, it definitely is. Especially the first couple laps, even on new tires, it's like really slick, and you know you got to be really careful because the tires are warming up. But yeah, especially over a longer run, the tires really start getting pretty edgy off the corner. So yeah, it's definitely a handful for sure.
Well, I know last week you said you're not a road course guy. A top 10 would make you ecstatic. You accomplished that here tonight. I'm sure you wanted to win, but finishing second, probably best case if you can't win, right?
Yeah, I'd say so. We're gonna have to do something to beat Adam, though, man. I don't know what I'm gonna have to do, but he's gonna give me a run for my money this season, I think.
Yeah, well, it's going to take a little bit to defend that title, I am sure, because that guy has been quick since I started broadcasting races with him, and he wins a lot of them. So
yeah, for sure.
You got your work cut out for you, man. Give me some shout-outs and some thank yous before we let you head out of here tonight.
Keys Architects and Associates as usual, and then just give a shout-out to Rob Martin. Thoughts and prayers with him, for sure.
All right, man. Thank you, and I'm sure Rob appreciates that. I know he was watching tonight, so congrats on the run. I'll look forward to seeing you back next week, buddy.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you, Roger.
Corey Blevins, the 24 truck, finishing in second, and now he's not the jackwagon. He's not that other dude. He's Adam Vinny, the Lumber Dude Limousine, and I'll tell you what, he was in cruise control tonight. Adam, good run to begin with. I thought you pitted a little early, but you came out, and, man, you got on cruise control. You just took it to him tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I definitely had to conserve fuel. I think I pitted a little earlier. I was actually going to pit a lap before. Good thing I didn't, otherwise I definitely would have been out of fuel. I got 0.3 gallons left in this tank right now as I sit.
Wow. So some of the guys that made it to 42, 43 did a fantastic job of saving fuel early in the run then, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. And I thought I was going to be good, but my math was off. I talked to my crew chief, and he says just conserve a little bit, but keep the hammer down, and that's what we did.
Well, you were the first to go to the top side. And you did that about midway through the first fuel run. What made you think that was going to work?
I don't want to release all my secrets, but as the tires wear down, you want to keep up the roll speed. And the high side, definitely way to go. Probably a handful of laps down on the inside. And it gives it less chance of it breaking free on you on the high side, opposed to being on the inside. So I just tried to keep the tires under it, keep the roll speed, save a little gas, let her flow through the corners, and here we are.
Well, an awesome run nonetheless, man, with everybody watching, and you had a ton of viewers tonight.
That's fantastic.
You made it look easy, really, because nobody ever really got – once you got to the front, you stretched it out to 2 seconds, and then at the end it was right back around that. Nobody ever really got close to you, so you made it look a little bit too easy. Some of these guys are going to have to figure out how to come challenge you.
I was it may have looked easy, but it definitely wasn't. There was a couple lap trucks that I had to get by, and Yeah, I almost had to change my pants a few times.
Yeah, we saw you duck behind Michael Everett there, and I said to the viewers, man, maybe he's having to save fuel, but I thought you could get about 45 to 47 laps here on this thing. You're saying it was just around 40.
Yeah, you're a smart man. That's what I did. I used the lap trucks as to take the wind off my truck so I can conserve fuel. So all the viewers out there, Roger's a smart man. Listen to him. He knows what he's talking about. He knows race cars.
Well, he's threatened a couple of times now to come out of retirement and show the 11 the backside of a truck.
Come on out. I'll give you a few pointers.
You know what? We're off
I'd love
next
to see all that.
Tuesday. Hey, we're off next Tuesday. Maybe we put some hosted stuff up and we go have a little fun. How about that?
I'd definitely be for that.
We'll see what we can come up with, man. Great run tonight. The shout-outs, the thank yous. I know all of your sponsors and fans are watching, waiting for you to run down the script.
Yeah, first and foremost, this goes out to Mr. Rob Martin, Tony's dad. Our thoughts and prayers with you and the Martin family. Hopefully we put on a good show, so it gives you a little something to get away from what's going on. Good luck with surgery. Good luck with the doctors. Keep those hands steady. We'll be thinking about you. I have no doubt pull through. Also to my parents' old neighbors, Eric, he's battling some health issues, so I want to give a shout out, let him know we're praying for him, we're pushing for him. Hope all goes well. And yeah, Beard Wisconsin, Next Level Litigation Support, Puma, BYB Extreme, Fridge Brick Time, it's Wisconsin, you know, Reed Rundle, man, just everybody, the Midwest Trucks, No Coast Customs, just everybody that supports this, everybody that's out there viewing. Yeah, thanks for making this possible. And also, Nicholas Lamb sends his thoughts and prayers to Mr. Rob Martin. He felt horrible because he had it in his head to shout him out, and he didn't. He was overexcited on finishing third place, so his brain got all jumbled.
You know, when you get stuffed on the big stage and somebody crams a microphone in your face to say something, a lot of times everything you're thinking just goes right out your ear hole. I've been there and I've done that. And so
that happens to me almost every single time.
Awesome run tonight, man. Always a pleasure. That's 2 in a row. Do they make you have to, like, no qualifier or start at the back or something when you get 2 in a row here?
I don't think so, but it would be fantastic if we would do like a full field invert from qualifying so that we'd have to work through the fields. That'd be fantastic, but I don't think it is. This possibly could have been 3 in a row, but unfortunate circumstance. We'll take 2 in a row. Good points tonight.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the win. I look forward to seeing you back on track real soon, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Roger. Thanks, everybody.
That's Adam Vinny. He wins tonight here on the oval. He won last week on the road course, and he was really close a couple of weeks ago. So he is going to be somebody formidable for these guys to look out for the rest of this season, as he is going to try to go after that championship. He knows that if he hadn't missed the first 4 or 5 races last season, he would have had a pretty good shot because he got close anyway. So the mark is set by the 11 team. Awesome run by everybody, man, flag to flag. And that is a couple of times now at Atlanta. These guys have gone flag to flag, and it is a lot of fun. I love when pit stops settle everything, and tonight pit stop settled it. So that was pretty cool. Rob, good luck to you. The doctors need to be smart, smooth, and steady. And you let us know when you come back to watch us. We can't wait to hear from you and make sure that everything went well. So we'll think about you all day tomorrow. That is going to do it for us here tonight, guys. Without you guys, there's no reason for us to do this, so thank you for being here. Without all the awesome leagues giving us fantastic racing, there's nothing to cover, so high fives and pats on the back to everybody every single night. Digital Sim Sports Network and the Dirt Racing Network, everybody gets a big thank you for that. Till we see you the next time, God bless.